Hello guys, and welcome back to this new episode. Today we are going to talk about one of the ugliest ever gods in the ancient Egyptian pantheon. His name was BES. Now BES was short and filled with deformity of sorts, the ugliest god of the entire Egyptian pantheon, protector of sleep. BES is a complex and enigmatic figure. He appears in the ancient kingdom, which goes from 2517 to 2125 before Christ, to the New Kingdom, which goes from 1539 to 1069 before Christ. And BES is described as this god with a big head, grotesque figures, a lion mane, ostrich feathers, naked with a belly out. Sometimes you could also see the navel protruding outwards and kind of like slightly red, and also the tongue out. It is believed that BES comes from the neck. The neck were sort of like what the ancient Egyptian borrowed in terms of figures from the Pygmy. And the word BES comes probably from the word beza, which means to protect. Now, beza could also refer to his dimensions, because he was small and allegedly born prematurely, and that in combination with the navel that sticks out and the fact that the navel is reddish might signal to the fact that BES is responsible for birth. So ancient Egyptians intended birth in many different ways. There's a birth in a sense of when somebody is delivered by their mother, right? There's a birth intended as sun rising. There's birth as a rite of passage alongside with growth, change, and so BES was believed to be protector of those sorts of birth. Birth as a rite of passage, birth as in you just entered the world. And exactly for that reason, BES in another goddess, Tueri, who had the head of a hippo and the body of a pregnant woman, were both responsible for protecting women that were pregnant. Now, BES is also connected to new births more in general. For instance, another form of birth was that achieved once you wake up after sleep. That's like a second birth. And BES was considered to protect the person wearing, for instance, amulets with his face or with his figure, or just in general worshipping BES, protecting that person from the spirits during sleep. You know, when you go to sleep, the ancient Egyptians believed you encountered many spirits, and not all of them have had the chance to greet and say goodbye to this world in a very peaceful manner. And so those spirits might seek revenge, or they might just like torture you for fun. And so BES, probably due to ugly characteristics of his body and his face, was responsible for protecting people during sleep. Also, BES was part of the court of Hathor, and she was a goddess of love, joy, and sexuality. It is the closest that we know in ancient Egyptians for Dionysus, basically in this terms, and protected women from venereal diseases. So that's important. I don't know why, what would be exactly the connection here, but that's what BES did. And BES was also present at the very beginning of the introduction of Christianity in the world. That is because of its protection to particularly vulnerable categories. However, very quickly, due to his look, was identified as an ugly demon, and that is the reason why he slowly but surely disappeared. Now, guys, I hope you have enjoyed the video. If you have, don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll talk some more next time. Bye!